doing a 3-day fast. Hopefully, the last one, the 36 hour didn't go. Well, I don't say it didn't go too well. I mean, I did a video on it saying not too bad. I mean, it turned into in the end, it was a 20. What was it? 20? No, 18.6. I think, because I ate during a 6-hour window or something like that. I don't know, but it was a fast. So this one's gonna try to be 3-day. It's 7:20 now. I ate last night at, can't remember to be honest, but it's 5 or 6 is usually the last time. So let's say 6 o'clock. I usually take 6 o'clock as a time, and then I work like 24, 36 or 72 hours from there. So yeah, it's 3 days. I'm already feeling a bit peckish actually. Just been listening to Dr. Berg on YouTube. Wasn't his show. It was he was a guest on someone's. I can't remember her name. I think she's Australian. I'll mention it there somewhere, or I don't know there. I don't know. I'll put it there. I'll put a link. No, I don't know if I'll put a link. I'll put who it is. So listen, yeah, Dr. Berg. He's my favourite one to do with health, fasting, especially. I listen to others as well. There's a few. There's another Dr. Ed Berg, a Swedish guy, and yeah, some others. There's a doctor, Indian guy, Dr. P, someone. I'll probably do another video. Actually, I'll do a video on my favourite YouTubers to do with health and fasting, especially. But Dr. Berg seems to be my favourite so far, and he's also talking about low carbs as well. I've seen a load of videos on that, as well as fasting. Fasting is the main ones that I watch with him anyway. So I'm on day 2 of the 3-day fast. It's about 7:30 in the morning. So basically I've got to last until tomorrow evening, about 6 o'clock. Whether or not I will, hopefully, but we'll see. I'm fairly confident that I will. There's nothing coming up that should get in the way of that. What I'm trying to do this time is a better, sort of more high quality fast, and that means none of this fizzy drinks or stuff. Yeah, I've been looking into this a bit more, and it's like sweeteners, aspartame or whatever, and sucralose, and I don't know, all sorts of sweeteners. The sweeteners are not good, and it raises insulin and does things. So yeah, I'm gonna try and have nothing but water, black coffee. I've bought some apple cider vinegar and lemon juice, which from what I gather is the same as lemon, squeezing a lemon. I've got it in a bottle. Just a few drops of that in like water or carbonated water. In fact, I've got some carbonated water, but not the flavoured stuff. I thought flavoured stuff was alright before, but then it's got all added stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to the proper thing here: water, black coffee, tea. Yeah, I've never been a fan of flavoured teas or flavoured coffees, actually. So, but flavoured tea, as in, like the herbal tea. I bought some in Aldi last night. It's called Detox, and it's I can't remember what it's, mint and ginger lemon. It's a mixture, so it seemed all right. And I think that and black coffee, it's an acquired taste. Basically, I've never been a fan of either of those things. But if the alternative is to literally just drink water for 3 days, then I'm gonna have a go. Yeah, no problem with that. And also be a bit more careful coming off the diet as well. These fasts, I should say, because last time I did it, I was gonna make a burger. In fact, I didn't have a burger. I had, what did I have? Soup. So yeah, some chunky soup and a couple of toasted bread rolls. And I did feel it. I did feel sort of, I wouldn't say pain. I felt something in my stomach a few hours after, and I'm sure it's related to that. It was like, the feeling is like when you really want to go to the toilet to do a number 2. It had that sort of intense in the stomach, but it wasn't to do with that, because it did go after a while, after a few minutes really, and then it sort of happened again after a few minutes, and then that was it. So it wasn't like an ongoing thing, but maybe that was something to do with the food I ate. So maybe I will try bone broth. It just sounds horrible, doesn't it? Bone broth. There are alternatives. So what they say, protein and fats. So maybe some little bits of fish, maybe some tuna, an avocado, and then leave it for a few hours, and then you can have something, a proper meal, maybe a burger. But yeah, I'll do this a bit better, let's say, this time. And then, what is it today? It's Thursday today, so end of Friday. And then, yeah, middle of next week, I'll do another, either 24 or 36. I'll try for another 36. That's my plan. 36 once a week. And 3-day once a month. I'll do that for a month or 2, see what happens. And if not, I'll make some changes. Maybe I'll experiment anyway, but as far as I'm concerned, you've got to give it a go for a few months and then judge it. What I have noticed is my resting heart rate, and maybe this is all to do with not just fasting, but sort of doing some exercise, going to the gym and that, because my resting heart rate is quite low. I mean, by that I mean it was in its mid-40s, and the blood pressure, that was quite low as well. So maybe I need to have a look at the medications. Again, I'll give that a few more weeks, and then maybe get in touch with the doctors and see, should I be having one of my blood pressure pills removed or something like that. Anyway, all good so far. Right, so I just finished a three-day fast yesterday, and I did a lot better than, not feeling wise, but how to do a fast. I did it a lot better this time. So what was the difference? Well, the main one was I didn't have any extra things I shouldn't have. Mainly, is that just a light catching that? It looks like I got a lump there. Yeah, so what did I do right this time? Yeah, the fizzy drinks. So no fizzy drinks, saying that it was low calorie or zero sugar was my excuse. But then I just did a bit more research, and people are saying that level me off. Yeah, you shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't have anything sweet. And even the the sweetness, the suggestion of sweetness is something that might trigger insulin or something. I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor. So I've been trying other drinks, and I don't know, maybe I was being a bit obsessed with the drinks, because fasting is basically boring. Well, it is, but even that I think is the wrong attitude. It's just something you have to do, and trying to make it more livable is not a bad thing, I suppose. But I was having, right, so first, what do they recommend? Water only is the best option, and yes, I believe it is. And next time I do this, so maybe in another month, I'm going to try water, literally water, nothing else. So what I tried this time was, they do say that coffee is good. In fact, now they say coffee, they say, experts, coffee is good because it's a flavored drink. It's a horrible flavored drink when you drink it black. I just don't like it. And something about helping the metabolism or something. I'll have to look more into that, because if it's the case that coffee is good in other ways, well, I will drink a very small. I'm not going to have a full cup of coffee. I just don't like black coffee. Plain black coffee is just horrible, right? So I will, if I find it's good, I will make a very small amount of coffee and just brew it, cool it down a bit, and drink it in one. Get it over and done with. Same as doing other things, like when I had that salt water. I had salt water when one of my first fasts, and I made the mistake there of having half a litre of it, and my second day I did a very small amount, just like I talked about. Get it over with, done with, have a mint or something. Well, don't have a mint if you're fasting. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah. So I'll come to that in a second. What I was talking about was the coffee. Right, so coffee, I did try, I looked up different flavours that you can have with coffee, and right, so no sweeteners, no sugar, no artificial sweeteners. I've been reading about stevia, and it's like people don't know things about things, if you know what I mean. There's no expert saying, right, stevia is good, stevia is bad. Some people say stevia's okay, it's natural, there's so few calories, and then other people say, nope, stevia, nope, just have nothing. And as I mentioned before about the actual perception. Is that better likewise? No, not really. The perception of sweetness might be an issue. So I ruled out sweetener. Now, coffee flavorings, no, you can't have them. You can't have, like, caramel flavored, because any sort of flavorings has got things in it. I don't know, sweeteners, carbohydrates, whatever. Right, now the other one, which was a surprise, was salt. Okay, salt in coffee. Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous, right? But hear me out. Hear me now. All right. Now, read that, and this is all on the internet, so it's all true, obviously. Putting salt in coffee takes away the bitterness. And now some people saying this, and I don't mean, bloke on Reddit or whatever. I mean proper people that call themselves doctors, whether or not they're doctors, I don't know. But it fools the body into thinking it's sweet. Okay, so it gives a sweet taste. So I tried it, and do you know what it tasted like? Fucking salted coffee. Salted coffee. Right, now the reason was, it was too much. I put too much in, and I didn't even put like a teaspoon. I mean, a fraction of a teaspoon. This is before I found out how much you meant to use. So a fraction of a teaspoon, such a small amount, but it tasted like salt. But the bitterness went, right? The bitterness did go, and then, so I, I'm not going to say I spat it out. That sounds like I don't, like someone surprised me. I did drink the sip and tipped the rest away and did it again. This time with a very, very small amount of salt, and it did actually work. It did take the bitterness away, and it's quite surprising. And it didn't taste. It's strange to say, it didn't taste salty, because I did try and think, salt. Can I taste the salt? Maybe if I try. Can I try? Is there a bit of that? Maybe there's a bit of that. But so that might have been an option, but really, it wasn't very pleasant tasting. So other options: apple cider vinegar. I bought some apple cider vinegar, and this is either go in tea or coffee. I think this is mainly for tea. I'll come to tea in a second. So I had some apple cider vinegar, and I didn't even put it in. I just sniffed it, and it's vinegar. I'm not putting vinegar. Maybe, yeah, I didn't think salt would work. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I will, but ultimately you'll find out. Spoiler alert. Well, I've already mentioned it, I suppose, but I don't think I'm going to be trying anything in future, unless there's an option that appears I've not thought of yet. So the tea option, I did buy some because I don't like flavored teas. Flavored coffees are sort of okay. I had a caramel one once, and I do have, like, in the sachets, some flavored one, mocha. But tea is a different thing. I've never liked any herbal teas, just none of them. So what other drinks are there? Flavored or infused water. Now you've got to be careful of the ones that you get in supermarkets that say they've got nothing added, literally nothing but flavored. I think if it says infused, that may be a thing. I'll look into that before next time. Squeeze. I did this, by the way. Squeeze a bit of lemon into water. It don't taste like lemonade, you know. It tastes like lemon. You don't want to be eating lemons, do you? So I drink it. So what else was there? That was drinks, basically. So yeah, maybe water next time. Mints, yeah. I usually have mints, as in these little mints, not mints as in beef. Although I do have mints as in the meat, but that's another thing. All right, so yeah, and again, sugar-free, but they've got sweeteners, either aspartame or no label on that at all. Well, I think it's on the outside thing you peel off. So again, no mints at all. What I will do in that case then is have a toothbrush with me during the day, because I'm pretty paranoid about breath, because I hate people with bad breath. It's just like, makes me want to vomit. So I've usually got mints, and I have a mint every few hours. So if I'm not doing that, and also, yeah, it reminds me, there's a thing, isn't there, keto breath, where not eating affects. Yeah, so yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take some a small mini sort of toothbrush and mini toothpaste with me. Just have it with me in the car or something. So a couple of times a day I can do that. So yeah, no mints this time, which was a good thing. Trying to think of what else did I do. That's about it, really. Oh, ending it, yeah. Last time when I ended it, I said it was like a feeling when you want to go to the toilet. In fact, it was stomach cramps. That's what it was. And eating chunky soup and a couple of rolls of bread. Don't eat carbohydrates, is what they say. Mint. What? No. What am I saying? Protein and fats. And so I had 2 eggs. Absolutely perfect ending. Yesterday, about just before 6 o'clock, 2 eggs. Now I was going to wait a couple of hours and then have a proper meal, but I just fell asleep. So the only thing I've had is 2 eggs. This morning, what did I have this morning? 1 piece of toast and a banana. Oh, and a mini marathon Snickers. No, not even that. It's Tesco's own brand. And a tea, actually. I prefer tea when I have toast. And I'll have something proper later today. No, when I get back. And hopefully just have proper meals during the day and get some protein. I do have protein shake. Absolutely disgusting. Protein shake I bought. I thought, well, buy cheap. I don't want to buy expensive protein shake. So I did it online, and it's pea protein. Strawberry flavoured, but no, just disgusting stuff. But yeah, I'll have that if needed. But I've got a pack of mints. I was going to make some burgers last night, but I didn't, so I'll have some today. Maybe I'll just get back. I've also got avocado and more eggs, maybe. And that's it. So overall, yeah, a lot better. I'm pretty sure I got keto flu though. I've had a runny nose, a bit blocked up. I did feel a bit lightheaded, but I don't think there's anything you can do with it. I've been taking the electrolytes, 2 of those electrolyte tablets, which has got magnesium, potassium, and sodium. That's obviously a salt. So yeah, I think I've done everything right this time. Just about. Next time I'll do a probably just only water. I will try and do that next week. Not the 3-day, but when I do either 24 or 36, again, I'll try for 36 next week. And I'll have one more look into the water and the flavour situation. But ultimately, it's not a big deal, is it? Should man up. Just do it. Water only. What do I need flavoured water for? Does that make a big difference? No, it doesn't. I'm just being silly. Okay, anyway. See what goes next time. Right. So this is my weighing scales app. It's one of those that measures all sorts of stuff. Look down at the bottom there. Not convinced any of that stuff is accurate, and according to people on the internet, it's not really. I mean, the scales are like 20 quid, what you're going to expect. But what is accurate is going to be the weight. They said that you can use it as a comparison, like the body fat. You can see whether or not it goes up or down, so that sort of is a thing. But overall, no, it's not going to be accurate. But the weight, let's have a look at the weight then. So at the moment, it is 13 stone 2 pounds, 2.1 pounds. Mixing up imperial and decimal units there. That's not very good of them. But that's what they want to do. So, yeah, maths teacher speaking. All right. So it's gone down. I mean, that's not surprising. It's gone down by 5.5 pounds. So that's this one. You can see that because in the middle there it says that. So that was before 13 stone 7.6. 13 stone 2.1, down 5.5. Right. Now, I took this yesterday, by the way. You can see that it says the time there, about 5:30 yesterday, just as I was finishing the fast, 3-day fast. Right, so what do we get from this then? Well, that is not 5.5 pounds of fat. I did think it was, before going into these, and then doing a bit of research looking up how this works. A lot of that is water. So maybe, I can't remember what it said now, it's like 20% maybe. 25% would be fat, so maybe 1.5 pounds of fat, which is good. Don't get me wrong, that's good. But water, yeah, so I thought, well, so what if you drink then? But that's not what it is. Dehydration is something different than, feeling thirsty, drinking, and then, that is the weight put back on. It's not like that. It's to do with water in the cells, and that affects it. I know it is more complicated than just drinking water, because my other half had this. She was dehydrated, and I can't remember what she had to take for it, but I said, as soon as she said, yeah, they said I was dehydrated, she went into doctors for something. And so I said, well, I'll drink some more water then, dehydrate. And she said, no, that's not how it works. I said, well, that's the first I heard of it. I thought, you need water, drink water. But no, it's something to do with cells and how they operate and how they keep water inside them and that. So yeah, what I'm expecting is that to go up a bit during the next few days. So what I'll probably do is weigh myself again, probably just before I do the next fast, which will be a 24, 36 hour, ideally 36 hour. But we'll see about that, because I'm interested to see how much weight I put back on, based on the fact that it's water. Hopefully 1.5 pounds of fat. A pound of fat. Sounds disgusting, doesn't it? Okay. Well, look at that. 7.7. And last week, 2.1. So I've gone up £5.6. And how did I do with my 3-day fast? Hang on. I went down 5.5 and then up 5. I've actually put on 0.1 pounds. So basically back to where I was. I think I might have to look into that. What have I been doing wrong there?